Hey guys, George Red here. Welcome back to another Destruction Root video. Today we're going to be talking about the American Revolution. There are so many things that contribute to the American Revolution, like the Boston Tea Party. Speaking of the Boston Tea Party, today's sponsor, the East Indian Tea Company. Don't throw it overboard or we won't get paid, and I can't feed my children. Just cue the intro.
A major cause of the American Revolution, as was made because the colonists were mad about the taxes Britain was imposing. The reason for the taxes was because Britain needed to pay for the French and Indian War. The colonists realized that they didn't need the British government to protect them, especially as they were being taxed for unnecessary reasons. Great Britain did not accept the petition, and the Americans tried to convince Britain to let them be independent, and they refused. This led to the first battle of the American Revolution. Lexington and Concord was the first battle. It was where the Redcoats, aka the British, were walking through Concord when military men intercepted them. This battle started the American Revolution and was the first victory of the colonists. As we all know, Paul Revere yelled, "The British are coming," and lit lanterns based on transportation. This event occurred right before the battle and allowed the colonists to know how to react. While the war is being fought, however, the Americans were constructing the Declaration of Independence. This document stated the type of government that was being implemented after the war. It also stated that there were to be no more taxes that had been previously imposed by the British government. It was written by many people, but the one who gets the most credit for it is Thomas Jefferson. The Declaration included ideas from John Locke and Thomas Paine's common sense to agree to a government plan, which led to the next topic. Thomas Paine's common sense was a pamphlet that sold over 150,000 copies and overall improved the colony's economy. The pamphlets also changed the minds of many colonists that were previously in favor of the British. As said previously, the ideas were used in the Declaration of Independence and were used to establish the government. The Articles of Confederation were created in 1776, which established that states had their own individual power. It also gave rights to most people and helped America gain more wealth. However, the central government had little to no power. George Washington crossing the Delaware is considered the start of the American Revolution and took place on December 25, 1776. Washington's army was able to surround the city of Trenton and capture over 1,000 people, while only costing 4 American lives. Although this isn't considered a major battle of the war, it gave many Americans hope for what was to come. Valley Forge took place in 1777, and this is where Washington showed his true leadership. As most generals would have left their military during conflicts as bad as this, Washington preserved and stayed with his men. It was freezing cold, there was little supply of food, and many people were dying and getting sick. Although no battle was actually fought, many consider this a major turning point in the war, as it gave Washington the respect of his soldiers. During that same year, the Battle of Saratoga was fought, and it was actually 2 battles. The British Army, who was led by General John Burgoyne, marched down south from Canada at such a slow pace, it was compared to that of a tortoise. This gave the Americans time to regroup and fight the second portion of the battle, just 18 days later. They ultimately won, and the British retreated to Saratoga after Burgoyne surrendered. The French then came in at the perfect time and decided to give the colonists support for them to defeat the British. 3 years after the end of Valley Forge, the end was near. The final battle, the Battle of Yorktown. Beforehand, the British had taken over Yorktown, but the colonists and the French carefully navigated their ships and footmen just in the right places to completely block in General Cornwallis. Cornwallis was faced with either fighting or surrendering, putting him in a lose-lose situation. He eventually surrendered, ending the American Revolution. The war is finally over, and the Americans have won. The Treaty of Paris of 1783 was written by Benjamin Franklin, John Adams, and John Jay, who negotiated the treaty to Britain. The treaty officially set America as an independent country, and they gained control of their own government. France, however, was badly affected as their victory was very costly and quite unfortunate. The Land Ordinance of 1785, however, was a major breakthrough. Americans could now have land north of the Ohio River and west of the Appalachian Mountains. One person could have up to 640 acres of land. This greatly increased the economy as more people were paying for the land. It also regulated how much land one person could own, as they didn't want one person overpowering others. The Northwest Ordinance of 1787 charted a new government for the Northwest Territories, separating them from their mother territories. The Northwest Ordinance also outlawed slavery and made the Ohio River the dividing line between the states.
Well, this is the end of our Destruction Root
Hey,
video.
wait a second! Did you read the whole script?
Yeah,
Aren't I supposed to do the outro?
maybe. Guess so.
I mean, I was on my lunch break. Get out of my show. Get out. Well, thank you for tuning into our Destruction Root video.
please remember to subscribe, like, leave a comment below. I might read it, who knows. And join us next week for our next Destruction Route video.